I checked my husband's dashcam footage on his car without his consent. Mike started coming home with coffee stains on his shirt every Tuesday and Thursday. Said his work coffee machine was broken and he had to stop at cafes. But here's the thing, Mike hates coffee. Always has. Tea guy through and through. In our 5 years of marriage, I've never seen him drink a single cup. When I casually mentioned trying that new cafe downtown, he got weirdly defensive. Said their coffee was terrible and I shouldn't bother. His face went red and he quickly changed the subject. That's when the paranoid thoughts started creeping in. Secret coffee stops, defensive behavior, late nights twice a week. My mind immediately went to the worst place possible, another woman. I started imagining him meeting some barista with perfect foam art skills and a bright smile. Maybe they bonded over lattes while I was home making dinner. Maybe those coffee stains weren't from drinking coffee at all. Maybe they were from getting too close to someone else while she made his order. The thought made me sick. I found myself checking his phone when he showered, looking for signs. Unknown numbers, deleted messages, anything that would confirm my worst fears. I even drove past 3 different coffee shops near his office, looking for his car. Nothing. Which somehow made it worse. Where exactly was he going for these mysterious coffee runs? So yeah, I checked his dashcam. My hands were shaking as I plugged in the SD card, convinced I was about to see him pulling up to some woman's apartment or meeting her in secluded parking lots. The footage from last Tuesday showed him pulling into a parking lot at 4 p.m. My heart stopped. This was it, the evidence I dreaded finding. But instead of some romantic rendezvous, it was a GameStop. He went inside for 20 minutes, came out with a bag, then drove to our storage unit. I watched in confusion as he carefully hid whatever he bought behind some old boxes. This wasn't the affair I'd imagined, but it was definitely secretive behavior. Same routine every Tuesday and Thursday for weeks. GameStop, storage unit, then home with those mysterious coffee stains that had made me question our entire marriage. By now, I was more confused than suspicious. What could he possibly be buying at GameStop that required this level of secrecy? Was he hiding some kind of gambling addiction? Spending our savings on expensive collectibles? Thursday morning, I couldn't take it anymore. I followed his exact routine myself. Drove to our storage unit, found his hiding spot behind those dusty Christmas decoration boxes. What I found made me gasp out loud. Dozens of Pokemon cards, the rare ones I'd mentioned loving as a kid, gaming accessories for systems we didn't even own, and sitting there like a crown jewel, a brand new PlayStation 5 still in its box. There were sticky notes attached to everything in his handwriting. For her birthday setup, remember the wireless controller. She mentioned wanting to try this game. I sat there in that dusty storage unit, surrounded by evidence of the most thoughtful surprise anyone had ever planned for me, feeling like the absolute worst wife in the world. When I confronted him that night, he took one look at my guilty face and knew exactly what had happened. He broke down crying, not from anger, but from disappointment that the surprise was ruined. Through his tears, he explained everything. He'd been secretly building me the ultimate gaming setup for my birthday next month. He remembered every casual comment I'd made about games I wanted to try, systems I missed from childhood, the way my eyes lit up when we passed gaming stores. The coffee stains? He'd been practicing latte art at his sister's cafe twice a week, learning how to make those fancy designs I always photographed at restaurants. He wanted to surprise me with breakfast in bed on my birthday, complete with perfectly crafted coffee art and my new gaming setup waiting in the living room. His defensive reaction about the downtown cafe? He was terrified I'd run into his sister there and ruin the whole surprise. She'd been teaching him for weeks, and they'd sworn each other to secrecy. I felt like the worst wife ever for doubting him, for imagining affairs and betrayals when he was planning the most thoughtful personal gift I could have ever asked for. But also, knowing that this man spent months secretly learning my interests, carefully planning surprises, and going to elaborate lengths just to make me happy on my birthday. Best husband ever.